I was walking down to church this morning, the Holy Spirit began to minister something to me. It came like a question, and then he said, what do you think is the major reason the eagle can soar high and fast? You know, at first I thought it was about the wings, but this morning I discovered that it was not about the wings, it's about the sight. If you drive a car or a bike, the reason you can drive fast is because you can see ahead of you and know that the road is clear. So no matter the speed a normal person is driving on, and he notices that there is a road bump on the road, he slows down. The reason he slows down is because his sight has given him an information. The reason an eagle is fast and can soar high into the cloud is because even in that cloud, his sight is still active. The moment you lose sight, you lose speed in life. No matter the riot, a blind man will not run fast. And not because he does not have legs to run, but because he has no sight and direction. It is a man with sight and direction that can run fast in life. Your speed is dependent on your sight. If you cannot see, you will keep depending on people to hold your hands. So if an eagle becomes blind, he has no need soaring into the sky. How will it soar when he cannot see? Beyond the strength of Samson, we understood that life became meaningless when he lost his eyes. So he prayed and the Lord restored his eyes. But he preferred to die if there is no sight. A man's depression is because he's blind. Let me explain. When you face challenges and those challenges become so critical, and meanwhile you don't know that God has prepared a deliverance for you, but because you cannot see the testimony that is ahead of you, you will become depressed. Why? All you can see is the challenge in front of you. It is like being robbed or being kidnapped, and then when you get into the house, you saw that they have butchered people like you. At that moment, if you are a believer, the only thing you'll be praying for is mercy, so that you can find your way to heaven. Because once you come into that environment, there is this conclusion that will hit your heart that you are gone. But meanwhile, you don't know at that time if the Lord has prepared someone there to speak on your behalf and say, just let him go. But because you cannot see that, your depression is increasing every minute. So the reasons for a man's worry is because the only thing he can see is the challenges in front of him. Can you increase the keyboard in it? He said to Abraham, he said, as far as your eyes can see, I will give unto you. Meanwhile, at that time, Abraham is in need of a child. But the Lord said, I will give it to you and your descendants. So God was not just speaking about a land, he was speaking about the womb of Sarah. So Abraham was supposed to be depressed. Lord, I don't have a child. But the Lord is saying, I will give you this land and I will give it to your children. Sarah laughed when the angel spoke and said, according to the time of life, by this time in next season you will be with a child. She laughed because she cannot see the future. She can only see the deadness of her womb. So she responded and said, I am old and my womb is dead. My husband will not even find pleasure in me anymore. How then will I conceive and bear him a child? So her confession is dependent on the things she can see in front of her. Most times, our conviction in life and the things we worry ourselves about are the things that are before us. If only we can see.